Ladies and gentlemen, SideStrafe bringing you a look at the Ground Branch technical preview. Now, before we begin, Ground Branch is a tactical shooter currently in development by Blackfoot Studios, who was founded by John Sondecker, formerly of Red Storm Entertainment, the creators of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Rogue Spear, and the original Ghost Recon. And ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the PC versions of these titles. Now, funding for Ground Branch was originally intended to be via Kickstarter. Unfortunately, they did not succeed in reaching their goals. However, Blackfoot Studios was not down and out. They did continue development of the game, and now today we have our first look at in-engine content. This is what's considered a technical preview. Now, you're probably wondering what's going to set Ground Branch apart from the rest, and I think one portion of that answer comes from the operator customization system. It's actually quite surprising. And so now what you're looking at is the basics of customization. This is not necessarily what I'm excited about. That's going to be coming up in a few seconds. But right now you can see we are changing the BDU tops and bottoms. You can pick different colors or camouflage patterns. Also keeping in mind that they might not be complete. You might see some low resolution texture work here. We've also got some arm patches here that you can apply to each shoulder. You can also place one on the front of the ball cap if you so choose, and perhaps even some of the other helmets as well in the future. Just a limited selection for right now to kind of give you a basic idea of patch implementation. We've got some different headgear here, and you can go hatless. You can choose a ball cap, boonie cover, watch cap, some different helmets to choose from as well. And you can also change the skins of those helmets. And again, just a small selection to give you a basic idea of how this works. We've got some eye protection, goggles or glasses, balaclava for face protection or concealment. And here is where things really start to get interesting. You can, of course, change the color of your tactical vest, but you'll see an additional option for edit and create. Now, at the top of the screen, we've got some different options available to us. We've got a chest harness. If you kind of want to travel light, if you don't think you're going to be needing a lot of ammunition. You've also got a plate carrier, or what they're calling body armor here. This is going to be for more protection if you're maybe an assaulter. But here is what really sells this whole system, and these are hard points. And you're able to add whatever you want to these hard points and completely customize your loadout. You can see here that we're just adding more ammunition. We're going to go ahead and switch up to the secondary ammo, the pistol ammo for the 1911. Go ahead and put some of that there. We can switch over to explosives and add in some frag grenades and even some smoke, or perhaps flashbangs. But you can see how easy it is to go ahead and add. Same thing with removal. Simple as that. Change it up. Good to go. And I think I really love the idea behind this. I think that customization is important, not only in looks, but I think in this case, functionality. I think this is one of the first times that I've seen it go this in depth. And here's the original tactical vest that we started out with. We can do the exact same thing. Primary ammo, secondary, some hand grenades. Switch it up to meet our objectives. And encumbrance will be a factor in this title. So if you go in with too much ammo, that's going to weigh you down. If you take in a heavy plate carrier and a lot of ammo, then you might move slower. How about the weapons though? What's going to make customizing them truly unique in Ground Branch? So here we've got an M4, one that I've kitted out earlier. And you can see that we can change the magazine size. We can go 20 round, 30 round. We can change ammunition types, full metal jacket, hollow point, subsonic. Nice to see that in the game again. It's been a while. I've got different sighting systems available to us. And here's where things get really unique. Now you can see that this M4 is equipped with a rail interface system, or RIS for short. Now, unlike other games, here you can manipulate every rail, so you can put the sight wherever you want on the weapon system. Simply fantastic. I really love this about Ground Branch, and I'm actually shocked that a lot of other games haven't implemented such features. But here's a hollow sight, same thing. We can put it towards the front, middle, back, wherever you want. And some of the weapons will be different, of course. You won't have as many rails to manipulate, but that's pretty much the same as it would be in real life. It just depends on the system. We can change the sighting systems here as well to suit our objectives. You know, let's say we want close quarters. Do we want long range? Here you can see that we've added an additional front flip-up sight, backup iron sights. You can also add a suppressor if you so choose. And we've also got some other components here at the front. RIS, PEC box, foregrip, and tack light. We can remove those so I can show you how they work. And again, as I said, not all weapon systems are going to be this customizable. The M4 is known, or has been known, for its wide variety of customization. But here you can see a Harris style bipod. You can go ahead and remove that. PEC box. And maybe we'll throw on a tack light as well, because why not? We can be tactical with all of this crap on the gun, which is probably going to weigh it down in reality. So you want to think about that. Vertical foregrip, which I've noticed most people never end up using. Most of the time they end up holding closer to the receiver, just for comfort reasons. But hey, it looks cool, so why not, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other weapons in the game. We've got a DMR here, and we can do the same things, different magazines, sighting systems. You can see this weapon actually has a lot more space to play with on the top. Lengthwise, uninterrupted rail. We can do backup sights, and you can see that if we had foldable sight options, which we might in the future, you could actually add a few more systems there. This is just an example. This is not something that I would build, but it's just to show you that you can do it. That's how customizable the game is. Next up, Mp5 Navy. Older weapon, a little bit more limited in rail space, but you can see that we can still put a few different sighting systems on it. Not necessarily the bigger ones. You're going to have to go with some smaller options for this, but this is obviously more of a close quarters weapon, so you're not going to want too much of a range sight on there anyway. You can, of course, add your own tack light, and that's pretty much where it ends. There are some different rail interface systems available for MP5s, but they're kind of clunky, and I really wouldn't want too much on it in this game. But anyways, here you can see we actually have one of our creations in the game, so you are able to jump into operator customization within the tech preview and immediately use your weapon without having to reload the map. And finally, I'll go ahead and take a look at one of the game's shooting ranges. This is just a place for you to perhaps test out your newly customized weapon. This is, of course, the Mp5 Navy that we created in the last scene. And ladies and gentlemen, that is about it. It is a very basic tech preview. There are a few more maps available, but I don't want to show off everything because I'd like you to actually download this and check it out for yourself. Now, do keep in mind that the free tech preview might differ greatly from what we have here, which is the Operator Edition. So some of the things that I've shown you, especially at the very beginning of the video, might not be available to you unless you actually purchase the Early Access or Operator Edition. So just keep that in mind when downloading your free tech preview. I will, of course, provide you with all the necessary links in the description below, so you can go ahead and check out the Ground Branch website and download the free tech preview. If you're feeling generous, you can, of course, choose to donate an amount to Blackfoot Studios when downloading the tech preview. You can either put in a $0 if you just want it for free, or you can pay any amount you want by using their interface. You can also purchase the Early Access Edition for $20 and a $50 Operator Edition, which is what you're looking at here now, and it will, of course, include copies of the game at a later date. But ladies and gentlemen, if anything, at very least, keep an eye on this one. I'll be sure to do the same on YouTube and Twitch. I think that if anybody can make a true spiritual successor to the Clancy titles of the late 90s and early 2000s, then it's John Sondecker and his team at Blackfoot Studios. But ladies and gentlemen, with all of that said, thank you so very much for joining me, and I will definitely see you on the next one.